Yes, yes, namaste. So listen to this. I know I talked about this on my live, but I think it's super important. I'm gonna try to keep it super short here. Pillar number 6 of the 10 pillars of success. If you go look at my bio link, click on it. If you've ever ordered one of my books, I always send this stuff out free. It's just like a code that I live by, and it's called the 10 pillars of success. If you're having problems in your life, if something's off track, if your money's not right, if you're having issues, often it's one of these 10 pillars. So something that I used to do, I don't do it as much because I did it so much in the past, but it's something you might consider. Take a pillar and then do all of your reading, your video content, your studying around the one pillar. Now I got this from Ben Franklin. Ben Franklin had a thing called the 13 virtues, and each month in his club called the Junto or Juno, whatever they called it, it was like his mastermind group. And inside of his mastermind group, they would study one of the virtues for a month. And then I don't know why they 13, there's 12 months, but so let's say it was like one of our pillars is how you think is everything. So all of the content, all of the listening, all of the podcast, all of the books would be around how you think is everything. Pillar number 10, take full responsibility. So then you would read stuff like by Jocko Williams on, his book on responsibility. And so so as you work through the year, you start to master these 10 pillars. And I did that so much. I don't so much do it anymore, but it is still a code and a part of my life. Pillar number 6, focus your time and money. And part of what I think of as focusing is the money flow trading system is part of how I do that. It gives me a way. Sometimes people ask me, well, is this statistically the best? Listen, dude, I don't know about that. I just know it works, okay? I'm not trying to optimize every area of my life that this is the single best thing you can possibly do. That's not what right? I'm not the 4-hour work week guy. I'm doing what works. I'm an average guy. The most money I ever made at a job was $12.50. When I got on this money game, when I internalized the process of taking money, compounding money, and if you read my book in chapter 2, it's how $10 a day changed my life. It's my last post here on Instagram. That chapter, let me tell you how simple a guy I am and how little I'm not a good writer. That chapter is 3 pages. Like anybody can read 3 pages, okay? So if you tell me, well, I don't like to read, listen, dude, I write it like a 4th grade level and it's 3 pages. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I don't have to be, because the process and the principles upon which I do work. And they don't have to be the best. The way that I overcome that is I do them every single day, never letting up. And so the way I got the money to begin investing in real estate was I worked every fucking day, literally every day. And I started calling it the 8th day. So other people would take days off. I thought, well, if I work then and I work more throughout the week, I'll just get more money. And if I get more money, if I'm only making $12 and I work double, that's like getting $24. And I would set the money aside and then I would buy a property. Well, as you begin to do this process, you don't have to work as much anymore. So I laid such a strong foundation that the assets, through the power of compounding, and that's what I talk about in that chapter, how $10 a day. Because once I started investing 10, I realized, well, 10's not shit, and I did 20, and then I pushed it, and then I got on this idea if I could save 30 and 40% of my income, and you say, well, I can't do that. And I said, well, I can if I raise my income, right? And so I made more money, and I began, that's the secret to money, is having money you don't need. Secret to money is having money you don't need, and you take the money you don't need and you invest it, and that's how the rich stay rich. And so I took these basic principles. And you say, well, the thing you're investing in is this the single, it doesn't have to be the single best thing. Like, if real estate's too expensive in your area, invest in trailer parks, invest in storage facilities, join syndicates. Like, fuck. One of the other pillars is think outside the box. Don't just sit there going, well, I guess I can't do it. Do it some other way. Partner with people. Find people like me and say, hey, I see you're buying houses. Could I fly out and, do something. Like, don't just not do it, right? Or get aggressive, invest in real estate in the stock market. So, you got $30,000 for a house, you can't buy a house in your area, push that entire thing into a REIT or a business development company or one of the other 8, 9, 10% dividend yield paying things, and then go get another 30,000. And it's this process of you consistently doing it that's going to build the base, which causes the compounding. And maybe, just maybe, you don't do real estate right now. Right now, you focus on the market, and when you get enough money, then you take it out, and then you buy real estate when you're 35 or 38 or 40 or 42 or 50. My friend Rick, who just passed, he's 60-some. He's buying real estate every day. He's 60-some years old, so maybe it doesn't happen today. But not preparing for it later, and that's what you're doing when you let a day go by. And you don't do the $10 day theory, the philosophy of $10. And you let another day go by and you didn't do anything to build wealth. And you let another day go by and you didn't do anything. You know what that's about? Pillar number 6, subject of this video. Pillar number 6 is focus your time and money. So what does that look like? That means when you DM me and go, hey Joe, I could help you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, fuck off. Why? Because you don't get to control my mind. You don't get to control my time. My time. Every little DM is important to me. And so if you're not talking to me about a book or a stock or investing or getting in my course or how I can help you get rich, like if you're not talking to me about what I want to talk about, fuck off. I'm off to the next one. Because there's a lot of people that want to talk about what I want to talk about. I'm only looking for people who are looking for me. And if you're not in that category, like you're trying to extract something from me. And if me telling you one time, fuck off or leave me alone, makes you not contact me again, well, then you're a shitty salesman anyway, and I don't want to do business with you. Because a salesman's got to have fucking armor, dude. You might have to ask 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Shit, you might need to send me a present to get me on the phone. You want my business? Act like it. Do some homework. Work around. Act like you give a shit. But if I'm just a number to you, then move on. You're not taking control of my mind. I focus my time and money, and I'm trying to help people. And if you're not one of those people, I don't have any time for you. You see what I'm saying? So if my mom calls me or my dad or some other family member, hey, you want to go do this? Not if I'm doing that. I got to focus my time and money. You get what I'm saying? So I'm focusing my time and money. I'm not letting the world outside distract it. Remember, I was complaining about the news, and I was saying, don't get caught. Why? Because that distracts me. I'm trying to focus my time and money. And if this shit on the news, what does that shit got to do with Tesla? What does that shit got to do with Bitcoin? What does that shit got to do with dividend stocks or my real estate or me collecting rent? I don't give a fuck what's happening at the White House. Unless they're storming it and killing everyone, which, hello, we have an army to take care of that, right? So I'm not going to debate with you. I'm not going to take 10 seconds to post a meme or to go out of my way. Why? Because I'm focusing my time and money. I'm actually trying every single day. I'm only allotted 3 keys to the millionaire code: time, amount, and yield. Time, amount, and yield. Time, amount, and yield. You can control the amount by how much money you make, right? You can kind of control the yield with your skill set, but time, you're only allotted so much. So however much you want to fuck off commenting to people on Facebook about some dumb shit that you can't fix anyway, or some opinion you have that they don't have, or some movement, some social movement. I don't give 2 fucks about anybody's social movement or any of that, dude. I'm trying to help people trying to help themselves. And if that makes me something, then dude, whatever, dude, fuck off, because I have shit to do. Like, I'm trying to do about my thing. And so if you have art, or you're making music, or you're a writer, or you're trying to produce something, or sell something, or make something, or make a business, you don't have time for that bullshit. Because time is the one source, the one thing that is so limited. You could die tomorrow. And if you died tomorrow, you want your last action being arguing with some dumbass on Facebook, or some exchange back and forth between you and a friend? That was what you want the last thing you did to be? Not me, man. I want it to be on this grind, man. I want it to be about getting rich, about expanding my empire, about teaching more people, about sharing, about putting out my art and my videos and my podcasts and trying to help people, and my love for trading and trying to push that onto other people. And for you, it may be fitness or whatever it is, man. It could be anything. Don't let this world come in and steal it, because it will. Pillar number 6, you have to focus your time and money. And listen to my friends, you guys out there doing these basic jobs. You're a delivery man, you're working at the post office, you drive for Uber. You know, God bless you. Nobody's more blue collar than me, dude. I work with my hands. But listen, they're going to outsource your ass. 20 years, you ain't going to be driving for Uber. You ain't going to be loading that box. Shit, we're probably going to have robots cutting our hair. You better get about the business of learning these high income skills. You better get about the business of understanding compounding. You better get about the business of investing. You better get about the business of stacking chips, man. Because that shit is, technology is coming for you, and it's coming faster than any of us can imagine. So if you're out there doing mundane, normal things, man, you better get real fucking serious real quick. And all your friends that aren't doing it, maybe you need new friends. Maybe you need friends that are looking at you going, dude, why aren't you doing shit? That's why I don't have a lot of friends, because my friends weren't doing shit, dude. And I knew what I needed to do, man. I'm a king. And sometimes when you consider yourself a king and head of an empire, and I'm trying to run like I got a castle to run and an empire to grow. And when you live like that and you think of yourself like that, that can be taken as arrogant. A lot of people think Trump was arrogant. A lot of people thought Obama was arrogant. Shit, you got to be arrogant when I hope the president thinks he's right. And what the fuck did he take the job for? You don't put on the crown if you're confused, man. I'm not looking for a confused car salesman. I'm looking for a car salesman who believes in his product. I'm not looking for a stock trader who's, should I buy this stock or what do I do with this stock? You know what that guy is? That guy's confused. You know what I'm not? I'm not confused. I know exactly what the fuck I'm doing, and I have an opinion about it. And if that comes off as arrogant, don't give a fuck, because I know what I'm doing and I know it's right. And so I'm going to teach what I know and what is true, and I'm going to put it out there, and if people don't like it, don't really give a fuck, because I know it's true. Now, it may not be their truth. Like one of the beautiful things about you get to create your own truth. Like you can create your own truth. And the universe will honor that. We just went a whole lot deeper there, but back to the 10 pillars of success. Pillar number 6, focus your time and money, man. So I hope that helps you today. Be about it, man. Be about it. And if I can help you, you let me know.